Well, my name is Laura Cole Gonzalez, and I'm one of the co-founders of the Wellness Toolbox Club. I'm also a Young Living distributor, and I wanted to go over what options you have with your Essential Rewards program. So we talked about Essential Rewards. If you haven't listened to that video, you can actually go back and listen to the video on Essential Rewards and how to sign up for Essential Rewards. Now we're going to get into something called PV Assistant. PV stands for personal volume and then assistant. So as you can see, I'm actually in the Essential Rewards dashboard. So if you go to your left sidebar on your virtual office with Young Living, you'll click on your PV Assistant, okay? You can do it that way, or you can click this little tab here that says PV Assistant, okay? Get you to the same place. And then you want to turn on PV Assistant, okay? Now it's turned on and you're going to edit your PV goal. And in this case, if you are just wanting to meet the minimum requirement to be on Essential Rewards, which is 50 PV per month, then you'd enter 50 as your PV goal. If you want to be sure to always get your thank you check when you refer someone to Young Living, you definitely want it on 50 PV so you never miss out on a thank you check. If you are a Young Living business builder, you want it on 100 PV because then you'll be sure to get not only your bonuses, enrollment, thank you check, but you'll also get your commission and unilevel commissions. So that's very important. So say, for example, you go below the $100 and your order doesn't ship, then you miss out on your thank you check or your commission check, right? If you're at 50 PV and say someone orders, signs up with Young Living, and you went below that and your Essential Rewards did not ship that month, you also will miss out on your thank you check. So that's one reason why people use PV Assist. The other reason they use PV Assist is for the benefits of having the assistant, so to speak, and they'll actually add a lot of their wellness wish lists to their PV Assist. So that way, if it goes below the number in your regular Essential Rewards order, it'll pull from the PV Assistant and it'll be something that you want, okay? So I'm just going to go through the process so you could see how easy this is. So I'm going to add products. So I'm going to add things that I want on my wellness wish list for myself or for my family. So one of the things that I'll add is something on the Thieves line. I always can use my mouthwash. I can always use the toothpaste, okay? I can always use the Thieves essential oil, right? So I'm putting in things that I know that I'll use. So in my case, this is something that I would use. Here's the toothpaste. Okay, that one is out of stock, so let me look for a different one. Let's see. Our Thieves toothpaste is very, very popular. So that's a good example. Let me stick with that. So say Thieves toothpaste is in my regular Essential Rewards order, okay? And the PV is equivalent to $8.75, and it goes out of stock. Now that might take my 50 PV below, right? Because it's 50 minus 875 puts it below the 50 PV mark, and my Essential Rewards does not ship. If I didn't have PV Assistant turned on, it won't ship, and if you don't realize this, you wait for your order and you say, oh, why didn't it come? And maybe it's the next month. You know, there's no way to go back, so to speak. You can call Young Living and they can push it through and you'll still get it, but you would have missed out on a thank you check. If you had someone sign up that month, you'd miss out on your commission check. So those are a couple of things. And you also would miss out on your points that you're accumulating, and it will revert back to 10% percentage of the points that you'd earn. So I'll get to that next. So one of the things that the other benefit of being on Essential Rewards is you're going to accumulate points. So every month that you order, you're accumulating points, which then you can cash in for free products. So I'm just going to go over there. Let me just go back to my PV Assistant. So I'm going to hit save. So just so you know, you have to hit save that PV Assistant for these items to actually be in your PV Assist. So let me just finish this thought. So see, I have two things in there, and say I want the Thieves Oil to be above the mouthwash. That means it's going to pull the Thieves Oil first and then secondary the mouthwash. So that's an example of it pulling from my order. So let me just add a few more products and then I'll actually go over to the points. Let's see here. So let's say Ninja Red. That would be another good one because again, if I have something large, I want to at least have a few more things because again, I want to at least stay at my 100 PV. So there I go. So now if something small goes out of stock, it'll pull the smaller item. If something bigger goes out of stock, it'll pull my bigger item. So just so you know how this works. All right, so now I'm going to go to my rewards points just so you understand how that works. So for right now I have 180 points in my Essential Rewards that I've accumulated. What's amazing about that is basically each point is equivalent to $1. So I have almost I have $180 in my point system here, if you will, that I can now cash in for free products. So if I want to redeem these points, I can click on shop to redeem points and I'll actually be able to order a whole bunch of things and not have to pay anything but the shipping to have this shipped to me. So pretty cool. And I'm at the highest level of earning. I'm at 25%. So it's 10%, 20%, and 25%. And it's based on how many months you've been on Essential Rewards. So say, for example, my order didn't ship because I went below my PV and it was 50 PV was the minimum. I went below that 50 PV and my order didn't ship. I didn't get my commission check. I also now revert back to 10% point earnings. So I lose out on my higher earning rank because the longer you're on this program, Essential Rewards, the more percentage you earn. So that's important. So you could see why I wouldn't want that to happen. And we know life gets busy and before you know it, oop, I didn't check my Essential Rewards order. And you go, ooh, why didn't my order come? And before you know it, you see that it went below the amount and it didn't pull anything because you didn't have PV Assistant turned on. So I hope that this video explains to you a little bit more on why PV Assist was created. And Young Living is always doing things to make our lives easier. So by adding this PV Assistant to our Essential Rewards program, it really gives us the easy button. The only other thing I always suggest to folks is when you get your Essential Rewards in the mail, right? So your box comes in, your wellness box comes in. I usually sit down in front of my computer and I pick what I want for the following month. So that at least changes my order. So I'm not getting the same thing I got the last month. So I make sure that I do that. And then the night before my order ships, I usually log in and just make sure that everything's okay. It also could be that maybe my credit card expired. So that would be another reason why a lot of times Essential Rewards don't go through is it tried to process your order and the credit card was old. So it's really a good, healthy habit to get into by checking your Essential Rewards the day before, the day of, to make sure nothing went, there's not an issue, especially with your credit card. And if you have your Essential Rewards PV Assistant turned on, then you'll also benefit from it pulling if something goes out of stock. Any questions, please reach out to a Wellness Toolbox enroller or sponsor or one of our Wellness Toolbox leaders if you have more questions about Essential Rewards, PV Assist, or how to get started. Thanks again and have an amazing day.